over to Charlie Potter.
Hey, Najee. You were one of the first guys over there to Will Reichard after that 52-yard field goal. Just what do you think of that and the job he's done so far this year?
Yeah, I think Will has done a great job so far this year. That's a position that we really worked hard at, and I've seen them, the kickers out there, really working hard every practice. So I was excited for him to hit that, because that was big for us too going in the second half.
Ryan Hennessy with the next question.
Najee, I asked Patrick and Nick the same question. Tua making his debut yesterday. I'm sure you saw. What does that say about him after everything he's been through, being a teammate of his, seeing his rehab, and now turning his dreams into a reality?
Yeah, it was good. He overcame a lot. Like he said, it was a big injury. I was right there when it happened. So for him to overcome all that, overcome all the doubters, and step on the field and make plays, it should be inspiring to other folks.
John Zener with the next question.
Yeah, Najee, I know it's just Monday. You haven't necessarily been around the team totally, but how do you expect this team to kind of respond from that win, to kind of refocus and come back down to earth after that win?
Well, yeah, like I haven't been around the team yet, but I mean, I hope that they're past it. I mean, we have a 24-hour rule. We enjoy the win for 24 hours, and we move on to the next team. You know, we're playing a good team. They have a really good team. So hopefully they move past it and their mind is ready for next week. It's an upcoming game.
Over to AP Stedham.
Hey, good afternoon, Najee.
Hey, P, what's up with it, man?
I'm good, bro. How's everything?
I'm chilling.
Hey, Najee, you hadn't carried the ball 31 times in quite a while. How did that feel?
High school, man.
Yeah, high school, right? And then the other thing was, you had the quarterback throw for 400 yards, two wide receivers, 160 yards. You had 150 yards. The kicker was perfect. You know, what's the next progression for your offense after that performance against a top 5 SEC team?
Yeah, well, the next progression is to do it every week, again and again and again, until the season's over. Hopefully we perform at that level every single game. I hope, that no matter who we're playing, from not so great team on film to a great team, that we play to the level of our standard. Mac played good, the Rideouts played good, but most importantly, the line played good. And the line, obviously, that took care of everything else for me. And I think it was a hard-fought game, and hopefully we keep this up every week.
Thank you, Najee.
Kirk, over to you.
Najee.
You said something? Did you say something?
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, I was wondering, tell me how it feels for you when you're asked to run out the clock and you get a lot of carries there at the end, and just keep the ball moving and keep the clock running. How do you feel when the game is at that point?
How do I feel to run out the clock? The last, I think, 4 minutes left on the clock, or something was. Is that what you're asking?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's good. Anytime that I have the opportunity to get the ball, I try to make the most of it. It was good defense. But at the same time, you got to do what's best for the team. And what's best for the team at that moment was to run out the clock so we could finish out the game. And the line did a good job. We got a couple big first downs to end up the clock and go in victory formation. And that's really it.
Michael Casagrande, over to you.
Just wondered what you thought about the post-game locker room, seeing the excitement, the emotion of winning that game, and seeing Coach Saban dance the way he did. What was that like?
Yeah, man, it was exciting to see Coach Saban dance, and we were glad to have him back. After all that stuff that happened, we're glad to have him back. So, I was glad to see him celebrate with us to win.
Stephen Smith, over to you.
Hey, Najee, Coach Saban talked about, wanting to see Dylan Moses cut it loose a little bit. So how did the linebacker cut loose in that second half?
How did the linebacker cut loose in the second half?
Yeah, Dylan Moses.
How did he cut loose? What do you?
I'm saying, in terms of
how was defense played?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the defense did an amazing job. They gave us a lot of opportunities on offense by giving a lot of three and out stops, a lot of turnovers. I feel like the whole defense really stepped up a lot this week. They're doing an amazing job this year, even with all what everybody's saying. I think that they're doing an amazing job this year. And Dylan obviously played to the best as he does every week.
These will be our final 3 questions. Tony Sakalis, you're up.
Najee, Mac described Devontae as having a Jordan-like competitor. What have you seen from him in that regard? And then also that catch in the back of the end zone. What does that do for the offense when you see him kind of make a grab like that?
Yeah. Smitty's always a competitor. Ever since we got here together, even high school, he's always been a competitor. On the back end, the catch in the back of the end zone, it was a great catch. Anytime you can make plays like that, we always tell ourselves, we got to make as much plays as possible. So Schmitty obviously made a good play right there and made us get up. I don't know what the score was at that time, but made us get up even a higher lead. That was the final score? The final touchdown right there? Yeah, and it made us get up. So, I mean, Schmitty's always been a competitor, though, ever since high school, freshman year.
Haley Sutton, go ahead.
Hey, Najee, I was curious, did y'all hear that Saban was coming back before the game, or was it a surprise when he showed up? And how did that change like the dynamic going into Saturday's game at all?
No, we knew he was going to come back. We was informed about it. We was informed about it at the hotel. And I mean, for him to be there was like, it was good, but without Coach Saban being there, the goal never changes. The goal is to come in and play hard for 60 minutes against Georgia. And that's what we did.
Final question will be for James Ogletree.
Yeah, Najee, you mentioned how good of a job your line did blocking for you. What does it say about their progression and their improvement this season that they were able to do that against such a talented Georgia defensive front?
Yeah, I always tell people that I feel like we have the best O-line in the country. And for them to progress each week, each game, each day in practice, like I said, I feel like they need more attention being brought to them than what they have right now. And Coach Flood and everybody in that room is doing an amazing job. They progress every week, every day in practice, and I feel like they don't get enough attention. So if y'all can y'all give them more attention and maybe bring them up there for a couple of interviews like Wood and Landon and all them boys.
Thank you. That wraps up Monday's press conference. Thanks, everyone.